Ellis Island stands quietly in New York Harbor, but for more than 60 years, it was one of the most powerful crossroads in American history. From 1892 to 1954, this small island became the nation's primary immigration station, processing over 12 million people who arrived seeking opportunity, safety, and a future they could not find at home. Steamships carried families from Europe across the Atlantic, and as they entered the harbor, many immigrants saw the Statue of Liberty before anything else. For them, it was not just a monument, but a promise. Ellis Island was the final test between hope and hardship, where dreams could either begin or abruptly end. Inside the vast main hall, immigrants were examined with speed and precision. Doctors watched for signs of illness as people climbed the stairs, marking coats with chalk symbols if further inspection was needed. Legal officers asked simple but decisive questions: name, occupation, destination, and how much money they carried. Most passed through in a matter of hours, but for others, the wait was filled with fear. A failed medical exam or unclear paperwork could lead to detention or deportation, sending people back across the ocean they had just survived. Despite the tension, Ellis Island was not designed as a prison. It was built to manage mass migration during a time when the United States was rapidly industrializing and desperately needed labor. The people who passed through Ellis Island helped shape modern America. They worked in factories, built railroads, mined coal, stitched garments, and opened small businesses. Italians, Irish, Jews from Eastern Europe, Germans, Poles, Greeks, and many others brought languages, traditions, and skills that blended into American culture. Contrary to popular myth, officials rarely changed immigrants' names. Most names were recorded as given. What truly changed was identity itself, as millions adapted to a new society while holding on to pieces of the old world. Ellis Island also reflects America's contradictions. It symbolized openness and opportunity, yet it operated alongside growing fear of outsiders. By the 1920s, restrictive immigration laws sharply reduced arrivals, favoring certain nationalities and excluding others entirely. The island's role faded, and by 1954, it closed its doors. What had once echoed with footsteps, voices, and uncertainty fell silent, abandoned to decay. Today, Ellis Island stands as a museum and memorial, preserving stories of courage, loss, and resilience. It reminds Americans that the nation was not built by a single group, but by millions who arrived with little more than hope. The gateway that once decided the fate of families now tells a larger story. That America's strength has always come from those willing to cross oceans, endure uncertainty, and believe that a better life was possible on the other side.